Hello, and welcome back to another video from the Double Pivot Pod. Today we're covering the fixture decoder, the FTR decoder. Now, sometimes colours influence our emotions, our perceptions, and our behaviours, both being good and bad for FPL. Often we see a green light or green fixture. Is that really a good fixture in hindsight? I'm Fpl Veteran. Alongside me is the man, the myth, the legend, host of it's like a Saturday Night Live FPL, if you will. FPL Alf, how the devil, mate? How we doing?
Shane, I'm bloody great, mate. I'm bloody great. It's Friday. I don't know how it's 10 a.m. We're going live on 10 a.m. on a Friday. That is fantastic. Listen, mate, we got the game week deadline tomorrow. It's the weekend. What more could you ask for? The F1's happening on Sunday. I'm feeling great. I'm caffeinated. I'm hydrated. I'm ready to roll.
Yeah, that's it. I've got a coffee. You have to have a coffee in the morning.
I've had a double. I've had a double espresso.
Oh, it's a double. You're gonna be double Alf today.
Yeah, I'm double Alf.
I'm ready for that.
Yeah, are you ready? Because I'm ready to go, mate. Let's do this. Let's do the best live show there's ever been. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
That intro with yourself has already been done, but we'll move on from there. If you're new to the FDR show, what we do it's quite a new one. Basically, I thought a while ago, do you know what? That green fixture, that's not really a green fixture to me, or at least not in attack and defense. So that's what we do is we go through the fixtures and we just basically chat how much a team's going to score or concede. And last week, you'll see it as well, Alf. We had Nightbear on the show, it was fantastic, and we actually managed to correctly predict that Man City would get beat by Tottenham.
Boom. So look at that. Incredible. That's absolutely incredible. I must just say, what a great idea. You know, I don't think there's any other channel out there that's doing something like this, you know. So I'm into it. Let's go.
I like it. Right, okay. So you can see what I'll do after this is I'll send a wee screenshot and I'll attach it to the link of kind of before and after we rate these games. Okay. All we're going to do is go for obviously the game week that we're on. We're not going to go look any more in the future because there's no point. All right. We only want to know if we can have a little look and see if there's something that we can break down for this game week. So, Alf, I will come to you first. And do you know what? We'll start right at the top here today. We'll go Aston Villa, Palace. Now, talk to me about this game. Good, bad. I'm feeling it's a bit like, do you know what I mean? Like, game.
Yeah. Well, Aston Villa at home to Palace, right? Like that's the main. That's the big one. So you would expect them to have the advantage with it being a home fixture. But however, Crystal Palace are looking pretty good, and Aston Villa aren't looking that great. So I think the whole point of this show and this conversation is to determine the context, right, and to unpack the context. And the context here is that Crystal Palace look pretty good. They've got a really good manager. Sure, they've lost Eze, you know, but they've got some really good players. Sarr, particularly Mateta. You know, there's nothing wrong with these guys as attackers. So actually, my take right here is that this isn't a light green fixture for Aston Villa. What do you think?
No, I'm the same. And do you know what? There was a lot of midweek games as well. I've been keeping a little beady eye on that.
Good
Villa. Yeah. So there's a lot of pressure on Villa. You know, they don't really amass much, not much XG or anything. And they've let down. I've had Watkins. You know, quite a few of us have had Watkins or Rodgers. We've been let down by them. I think Palace will be a little bit leggy from the week. They pretty much played the whole side for the majority of the game just to close it out and see it through. So they're through. But yeah, it's a difficult one to say because Villa have been shocking, haven't they? They've been not as good as what we've thought.
Yeah, I think that they've had a really, you know what it feels like. And I'm a big like context guy. Actually, I think about this stuff. And if you think about the state of Man United at the moment, we'll get into Man United, right? But like, I think about the state of teams and the atmosphere at clubs a lot, and that dictates my FPL decisions. So, you know, Emery's up there to be sacked at the moment, right? Like he's on the list. He's in the top 5 to be sacked. Yeah. He is. And I know that, you know, I think he might be 5th at the moment behind the likes of Amorim, you know, behind the likes of Nuno, Potter, you know, Sessions. So like, what I'd say is that Aston Villa are looking Aston Villa aren't looking that solid right now. So
no. I
yeah.
mean, they've got, like you're saying there, they've got a green fixture for Palace, right? I don't think it's a green fixture, even though they played midweek. You got like some Munoz, he's an engine, he'll just run all day, every single game. So at the moment, they've got 5-star attack and 3 defense. But with Delvin, they've got Villa scoring 3 goals. Now, I think that's far too much, Alf. I don't know
it's a lot, isn't it? What's that based on?
Yeah, I don't know. A whim and a hope, if you will. A whim and a prayer. So I'm going to bring it down. I'm kind of thinking about the 1.3 mark. What's your thoughts?
I think that's right. It's a home fixture. On paper they got a decent team, so I feel like that's the right way to think about it. Yeah.
And then goals against. Listen, usually they're all right at home. They'll always. Last season I had Consa, so yeah, for my sins. And yeah, He always seemed to concede 1 goal. They've not really done that well at home just now, and I think there's a high chance that Palace do concede. For me, this is like a Mateta game. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
when I check there's been a goal between Villa and Palace, I'm like, Mateta.
Mateta.
Do you know what I mean?
Sar's up there as well for predicted goals.
There. Yeah, and as a little hang around, he might be my free hit team. So we'll discuss that as we come on. So I'm thinking about 1.6. What do you think? Up, down?
Maybe. I think 1.6 feels right. Maybe between 1.6 and 1.8 for me. I feel like this could be
I was like thinking a 2-1,
like 2-1 Crystal Palace or 1-2, should I say?
Yeah. So definitely can see. So I mean, straight away, look, the FDR, the decoder, we're decoding now. It's got value. It was 4.5-star attack. Now it's 1.5. You know, and I think that's pretty bang on.
I think that's good. I like it.
So
what are we predicting? Wait, well, what are you predicting as a scoreline?
Oh,
feels like a 2-1 to me to Palace.
A little 2-1er.
Yeah,
I'd probably go with you. Do you know what? I'll write them down as well, Alf.
Let's write them down. Why not? We got pens. Baby. We got paper.
So yeah, I'm kind of thinking maybe a wee 1. No, I'll go 2-1. A little bit leggy, right? So what we'll do is we'll just check. So 1.3 goals and 1.7 against.
So you agree, right? You agreed to 1-2 Palace.
Yes.
Love that.
I did indeed. Look at that. We're agreeing already. Yeah, bonding.
Yes, exactly.
And straight away, look, that's changed from like a light green fixture, which that was a thing that I'd always seen. You always turn the app on and you're like, oh, light green, I'm going to attack that team. When actually you looked in hindsight and you're like, what was I thinking? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The likes of Everton at home or something like that. So straight away, that's turned into like a pink fixture. Right. Do you know what? We'll leave the Arsenal-Liverpool because we'll keep the viewers guessing. Next one, we'll go into Leeds. We'll go into Leeds-Newcastle. Now, Leeds were strong against Everton the other day, though Everton didn't really have much. But I'm inclined to think there'll be goals in this game. Very, very countery, if you will. And I think there'll be goals at both ends, Alf. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I think so too. This does feel like a little bit of a banger fixture. I think there could be a lot of goals in this. But yeah, it's one of those, right? It doesn't feel like this is the Premier League. It's so unpredictable. But what I would say is that this feels like an absolute banger. One of those sort of classic like 2-2s, like maybe a 3-3. Do you know what I mean?
It's a late kickoff as well. I'm pretty sure. I think this is late on Saturday.
Under the lights. Like this is going to be. I think this is going to be a bit of a banger. This one. So totally agree.
So if we start with Leeds attack rating, so we'll just double check. Just go back for the viewers. So they've got Newcastle's like a kind of a medium, a light red, if you will, and they've got 0.5 star for attack and defence. I don't think that's far off, but attack rating, goals scored. Newcastle have been fairly strong. I just think the Saturday night game, Ellen Road, I think they will score. So I want to go about the 1-1 rating, which seems maybe a little bit high.
Yeah, I hear that. I think that seems about right. Newcastle for me are, and we have Nightmare in the chat, by the way. So he might be a little bit upset about what I'm about to say about Newcastle. But like,
yes,
that club right now really is sort of not on its knees, but like it's gone through a lot of hardships over the past couple of weeks, and I feel sorry for them. I really do. And then if you think about the Liverpool game and Gordon being sent off, like it sort of compounded the pain. And I do feel like again, this feels like perhaps like a 2-2 for me, but I feel like Leeds could do something.
Little Desmond.
And yeah, they're missing some attacking. Who are they going to play up front now? Let me ask you that.
Yeah, let me hit you with that knowledge. Yeah, I think Alanga doesn't. I don't think he's really played a 9. I don't think he really suits that role. Again, for
is it going to be the new lad? The new, what's he called? Is it
Osula? I actually think
yeah.
he took that goal well the other day. He's fairly highly rated. If they're not going to play him now when they don't have a striker, he's probably sitting on the bench thinking, "What am I doing here?" Do you know what I mean? So
yeah,
I think he'll get rewarded for that game, and I think he'll come out. I think he'll start. And then
free hit, perhaps a free hit pick. Free hit pick.
No, that's naughty, Al.
Isn't it?
I've not. I've not got him, but he's a cheap. I tell you what, how much is he? He must be cheap.
He must be really cheap. Yeah, I'm thinking that I can bring it up.
Nightmare has actually said, as a Newcastle fan, he said probably Asula up front. Yeah, the lad done well the other day. He took that goal really, really well. So why not? Yeah, I think something that we've got to talk about though.
It's 5.5 mil. 5.5 mil.
Hey, if you're a little bit priced out by someone by 0.1, take a little hit, baby.
And I saw they're getting a lad from Bundesliga. I forgot his name. Yeah,
I need to look at him more today. I need to
look
at more today, but he's been described as the German Messi. So I think we're going to have to.
Oh, come on.
Come on. And he's like Peter Crouch's height. Yeah, he's like Peter Crouch's height and German Messi. So I think people might be going a little bit extreme. So I'll definitely have a look. But Nightmare says he won't be registered in time. Yeah. However, the Scumfer, he's on a free hit as well, and he says someone might have him. So it looks like
interesting.
Like he has him. Yeah,
that's a nice little punt, you know. Harvey Barnes, very good goal. Yeah, Harvey Barnes is a good shout.
Yeah, he's class. I've always rated him. I mean, he always seems to bag a goal, even when he comes on, you know. But I from what I've seen with my eyes, I like Alanga, to be honest. So what we'll do is attack rating then. So I've gone 1.1 goals for Leeds. You happy with that? I think.
I think that's good. Yeah. And then
goals against. I'm going to leave it up there. What you thinking?
Yeah. I mean, I think maybe like 2.5. 2.5.
Let's go in the middle.
Let's go in the middle. Let's go in the bloody middle. Yeah, there we go.
2.6. We'll leave it 2.6. So 1-1 and 2.6. Newcastle. 2.6 and then 1 against 0.1. Yeah, so you can see the attack and the defense rating for Leeds was always not that good anyway, but it's turned into a darker red fixture.
Yeah.
And then the same for Newcastle. You know, their rating's gone up to their 5-star attack in 3.5 defense, which it wasn't that high before. So we're decoding, Alf.
There we go. We're decoding as we go. I love it.
Decoding a script, if you will. Right.
If you will.
And with the script, next on the script is Everton Wolves. Now, this is a toughie. They both played midweek, right? At the moment, Everton's got 1/2 star attack, 1/2 star defense, which I think is kind, Alf. Clearly, I'm not a fan of Everton. They've got Wolves as a light green fixture. Listen, they're both down there. I don't think any fixture for Everton is a light green fixture. It's the same on the Wolves side as well. 50/50. People are inclined to say goals and think there's goals in there. I actually think the opposite. I think Everton, you know, they had an easier game midweek, 2-0. They rested a lot of their top players, whereas Wolves played a full strength side, a hard game against West Ham where they had to battle to come back. I'm actually inclined to say it'll be really, really close and 1 goal, isn't it?
Totally. I just one thought outside this chat here is you said you're not a fan of Everton. Is that right? Did I hear that correctly? Haven't they got like haven't they got like a really strong like Scottish like connection? Everton? I would expect you to have a bit of a soft spot for them.
I don't dislike David Moyes. I just dislike. Do you know what it is? It's everyone,
tell me.
Everyone bigged them up this week, this season, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of the players are premium, like Tarkowski and that, the 5.5 million.
Yeah.
They'll do a job. Like same with Pickford.
A
lot of burner, nice little earner. And though I think they still will do well, like today, I think Kieran's probably shocked that I think Everton are going to win. They're just too expensive. 5.5 mil. He's not going to get DEFCONs all the time. And the main thing is they're not going to get clean sheets all the time. And going forward, they're not the best. Just for a little, let me hit you with some knowledge, Alf.
Yeah, hit me.
Jack Grealish, on his first game week, when he came in, he got 2 assists.
Love that.
Just for everyone's knowledge, if you think about bringing them in, that is the exact same amount of assists he had in the last 2 seasons for City.
That's madness. There's absolute madness, isn't it?
And Chris Wood got 20 goals last season. Jack Grealish didn't get over that tally in the whole time he was at City and his last season at Villa.
I mean, he really is someone who sold his soul to the football demons, didn't he? I mean, let's be real. He's sure he got the treble, but I bet he looks at those trophies in his cabinet and his medals, and he just he's like, that's a shame. You know what I mean? Yeah. He's like, in his massive house with his trophy
with loads of money.
With loads of money, just rolling around in money, but he's just like, I'm a bit annoyed actually.
Although I do know, I've got a bit of a soft spot for Jack Grealish. I think he is a bit of a legend, and he does do quite a bit behind the scenes.
Yeah, but going back to me. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, and going back to his fixture though as well, is that these two are traditionally very defensive, aren't they? I think Wolves. I heard the other day, Wolves have a really good defensive record over the past 3-4 years. So I do actually think this could be sort of the game of the defense, maybe a 0-0.
The battle of the DEFCONs if Agwood do Tarkowski. I think one thing that I think people will gloss over is Totti got a red card, so he won't be there. So
maybe 0-1. Maybe Everton snatch. Maybe they get it in the last 10 minutes. Yeah.
And talking, I'm just going to write this down now. I was going 1-0 Everton, and that's what I'm going to go out.
I like it. I think we both got there ourselves, didn't we? I like that.
So I think attack rating. I think Everton slightly more. I'm going to say 1.1. Yeah. What's your thoughts? Close? Up? Down?
Yeah, I think that sounds right to me. Yeah, let's do 0.6, 0.7. Yeah.
And then goals against. It's a big one. See if Strand Larson plays, they've got a chance of scoring. If not,
will he play?
Yeah, I don't know.
Will he play JSL? I think he's in a bit of he's in a quandary himself, isn't he? Trying to get out of the club. Will he start?
I don't know. I don't know. And without him, I know Everton aren't that good. They're one of the clubs that have conceded the highest expected goals. But I think they'll close up. That's what Everton do, don't they? They had a few players back midweek. But Milinkovic, not Milinkovic. What's his name? Left back. Mikalenko. Too many.
I always get them confused. Sometimes I say Mikalenkovic, and I'm like, wait, that's not right.
So I think I'm thinking about 0.6 around that. Would you go up down a little?
I think that's right. Yeah, that feels right to me.
So we'll swap that round. So I mean, straight away, look, that was half a star for Everton for both, and now it's gone up to 5-star defense. So straight away, we're thinking, right, okay, Everton are rubbish, but defense, I might have a Pickford in there. Yeah, where'd you cut off?
Yeah.
So straight away, so we'll update that. So 1.1 for Everton and goals against. So we'll go down to 0.6 and then goals against 1.1. And then straight away, let's have a look at theirs. Look at that. Their defense has gone up again, 3.5 stars. So it's a consideration like Agbedu if you need to. A lot of people have got dramas with injuries. So if you've got them, play them. There's no point in taking a -4. But attack-wise, half a star. So we have to temper our expectations.
For sure.
Next one, Spurs Bournemouth. I'll let you take the lead on this one, Alf, my baby.
Spurs Bournemouth. Yeah, 3:00 kickoff on Saturday. This feels like. I mean, Spurs are doing so well at the moment, aren't they? And what's the colour rating for this fixture? Let me just see that. So they got red. Yeah, Bournemouth home. It doesn't feel like a red to me. I mean, Bournemouth are also in form, right? But I just think, given it's a home fixture, Spurs are on a bit of a high. It feels to me like this is a bit more of an easier fixture for Tottenham. And I do fancy them against Bournemouth in this game. Kudus, they're about to sign Xavi Simons, I saw today, which is wild.
I've seen that.
Yeah. They're looking really good, man. They're looking really good. They get Xavi Simons on the left and they get bloody Kudus on the right. This is a team for sure. And
will he not play in the 10? I thought he was coming to play in the 10 with Johnson out left.
You could well be right, but I think there is some rotation that might happen there. But this to me feels like perhaps like a like another 2-1, maybe a 3-1 Spurs.
Ooh,
what do you think?
Okay, little 3-1. Do you know what? I was big on Spurs pre-season, and I looked at the pre-season stuff, and I think people a big one for me is preconceptions. I love pre-season because we always hold our preconceptions of last season, don't we? And Spurs are a big one. Spurs are Spursy, they'll always concede. Well, guess what? They don't now. Thomas Frank's been in there, and I think people underrated him as a manager, what he'd done at Brentford. But you can see already with the same players, the impact he's made. And defensively, everybody knows what they're doing. They've got a fantastic setup. And he's going to improve those players over time. Spurs had a lot of injuries last year. It's probably because Ange kept playing like 1-8-2 up top. Do you know what I mean? Like just continuous hammering teams. And I think I'm battling with if they're going to get a clean sheet, but I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for 3 clean sheets in a row.
Yeah,
I think they'll do it. And I think a solid 2-0 at home. I think that's what they're going to go for. What are you going to go for, Al?
I think I'm going to give 2-1. Like Semenyo, Bournemouth just have something about them, don't they? And I think, lots of people are considering Semenyo for that reason. And for me, it just feels like he might just nick something. Is Kluivert playing? He's not starting for Bournemouth at the moment,
He started midweek in the Cup. So I think he got 70, 75 minutes in the Cup. So yeah, he might be back. But generally, when Bournemouth go away from home, they play a little bit more defensive setup. So they might keep him on the bench, have a little bit more in midfield. Because Spurs midfield's underrated as well.
Yeah.
Talking this, we go back to last week with Andrew Nightmare. We had a look at the squad, and he was high on a Spurs win. And I looked at the squad before, and their midfield, Palhinha, Sarr, and Bentancur.
Yeah,
not a sexy mid, but it does
the
job.
Decent. It does the job. Yeah, Palhinha really is a piece of that puzzle, isn't he? They've solved a problem there. He's a great player.
Well. So Spurs attack wise, I'm inclined to thinking about 2.4. What's your thoughts? What's your initial thoughts?
I think that sounds about right. I mean, this could be a 3-0 Spurs. It could be a 2-1 Spurs. I think around that mark is where I'm going with it. So yeah, 2.4.
And then goes against what we think, and they do. I watched them midweek and
maybe
at the weekend.
Maybe 0.8.
0.8. I was thinking a little bit more. We'll go in the middle. Let's go for a solid 1.
Yeah,
go for a 1er because they do still give up some chances, like against Burnley. If they had a bit more clinical or finishing edge, they might have finished it. But
yeah, that sounds good. And I think, by the way, I've just looked up Xavi Simons. Let's get our facts right. He is a number 10, but he also does play on the left or the right. So he's an option, a very versatile player for them going forward. So yeah, decent signing. I also feel like Chelsea could just nick him, at the last minute, just based on how this transfer window's gone for Spurs. But
I mean, why not? They've only signed like 14 players this window.
Just Chelsea doing their thing.
they need some in.
Yeah.
So if we look straight away, Spurs. They had a 4-star attack. Now they've got a 5-star attack and a 3.5 defense, which again might change what we're thinking. So 2.4 and 1 against. So if we go to Bournemouth,
sounds good.
Go to 1, and then we'll go to 2.4, and we'll have a look at Bournemouth's defense. And yeah, look, straight away, half a star and half a star. It makes you reconsider. Bournemouth are on a good run, but actually we think, do I want him? I think the only person that you would probably want is Semenyo.
Semenyo, yeah. Everyone else is an avoid. And also, look, they got what are their fixtures like going forward as well, Bournemouth? Yeah, they got Brighton at home, and then these aren't easy fixtures going forward. So you don't get a Bournemouth defender at this point. Semenyo is probably the only guy you'd consider, right?
Yeah, just a quick one from we'll give everyone a shout in the chat. As you've got Discomfort, Andrew Nightmare, Calm Legend, he's always in here. He says to you, Alf, directly to you. He said he had to zoom in. He thought you were lying down.
There we go. How's that? I'm not lying down. I'm just very comfortable in my chair, and I've got a weird little camera angle.
Laid back guy.
Yeah,
just a chilled, laid back guy.
There we go.
Okay, so we've done that one. We've done Bournemouth. What we're now? West Ham Forest.
West Ham Forest. What a game this is going to be.
And West Ham away, I might add. At the moment, they've got half a star. I think that's kind. Forest, if we scroll down, past them.
Where are they? They should be up. They should be up. There should be maybe 1 or 2, right? Where are they?
On the left-hand side. Can you see them? I don't know. Oh, there they are, 17.
They are
17.
17.
So at the moment they've got 1 star for attack and 3 defense. So straight away, I'm thinking in my mind, who set this? Because there's no chance that 1 star attack against West Ham, who they've given up, mate. They have given up.
Yeah, I mean, one thing I'll ask is the star rating there, is that based on those 6 fixtures, game weeks going forward, or is it based on that's the question, because that's what it could be why.
Yeah, you can do, or you can even just have a 3 in, or you could even take 1 out, you know, like a hard fixture, you can take a 6 out, all that kind of
thing. Right.
So you can just have 1 for the 3rd game week. But then it gives it, and that's why I do it. I think that's a good idea moving forward. You know, in a week where everyone's going to free hit or whatever, I think because people aren't wild carding as much yet, I think it's good for the next fixtures coming up. But maybe after international break, we just do a game week 4. You know what I mean? Or even just a wild card one.
That makes sense. Yeah, if it's based on a specific game week, yeah, for sure. But yeah, I mean, for me, this feels like it could be the end of Potter's realm as a wizard in the Hogwarts magical world. This could be it. He might get sent to Azkaban, you know.
Oh, look at this! Look at this! You got these written down, Alf. You got these?
No, mate. I'm just a big Harry Potter fan, honestly.
I was trying to think of a spell.
Yeah,
Voldemort uses, but yeah.
I'm not going to start doing spells because I'll get clipped. I'll get memed for that. That's too much. But yeah, this feels like this could be the one. And I'm so confident of a Nottingham Forest wipeout for this game that I'm thinking about a Chris Wood captaincy. So I think this is a clean sheet. I think this could be a couple of goals for Chris Wood. So I think the rating, the color coding, if you will, seems about right. But I'd maybe put this more of a red, a bit more of a darker shade of red for West Ham.
Like a fire red.
Yeah, like a fire, like your danger red. Yeah.
So I think attack rating. I mean, we've not really spoke about them, but you know, if you've got Phil Krug, who's not really doing much, and you've got Callum Wilson, who is he ever going to play again? Krug. Half Krug, like it. Is Callum Wilson playing again, or is he just sitting on benches?
I don't know what he's doing. He's definitely picking up a paycheck. I'll tell you that.
You see the likes of he's a good player when he's fit, and the same. Well, actually, I was going to say the same with Calvert-Lewin, but that's a lie. But yeah, like someone like West Ham, they need a new striker up front. What are you doing signing Callum Wilson when he's always injured? What's the point? Yeah.
I don't know what they're doing. And it also they lost Kudus. Like, imagine how disheartening that is for a West Ham fan.
You know I did see this morning.
They lose Kudus and get Callum Wilson.
They've signed Manuel Fernandes from Southampton. Now,
never heard of him. Never heard of him.
Never heard of the guy. I think I'm pretty sure. I mean, people could say if I'm wrong in the chat, but I'm pretty sure he's more defensive midfielder. They've got quite a few of them. They've pretty much got a full team of defensive midfielders.
They've got midfielders, they're a team of midfielders. Yeah.
I don't really know. I mean, hey, maybe he's going for the point. Maybe he's going for the 1 point. So
yeah, is Danny Ings still there as well? Is Danny Ings still there?
I think he's gone. I think he went on a free. I think.
Yeah, he's not in. He's not
release,
in the.
Release me. I think. Attack rating. I think. That was like Morgan Gibbs-White, wasn't it? I think attack rating, I'm going to go. I think that's not far off. I think 0.7. What's your thoughts?
0.5.
0.5.
Let's go 0.6 then.
Let's go 0.6. And then rating goes against. I'm going to pick this little puppy up and put it all the way across there because
I think that's perfect.
And it's
Can you go more? You can't add more. We've gone off the scale.
We've gone off the scale.
Yeah.
So 0.6 score and 3 against. So what we'll do is we'll go down to Forest. So let's have a look at them before it changes. 1 and 3, right?
Yeah.
We'll go back up. What did we say? 0.6. Goal scored. Sorry, is 3.
Yeah, 3, and then defense 0.6.
Against is 0.6, and then let's have a look at that puppy.
Oh yeah, there we go. That's the red we wanted.
Oh yeah, baby, 5-5. And I don't see a way past that. Listen, again, I'm about to we'll show teams at the end. I've got a free hit team that I've already pressed the button.
Have you filled it up with Nottingham Forest assets? That's the question.
I do. Okay. I can't decide. I can't decide which 3. That's the thing. I'm thinking double defense. I'm like, is that wasted? Because Morgan Gibbs-White and Chris Wood, from
I
the
like
goals that
Aina. I like Aina.
yeah,
I like Anderson. I
Aina's
like
good.
Wood. Yeah.
I also like
Anderson might not
Williams.
be as explosive actually for a free hit. You might want to go with someone like Ndoye, right? He seems to be doing bits.
Even Ndoye. Yeah,
Yeah.
even Ndoye. I think, yeah, the goals at West Ham, they've given up, mate. They have given up. And like you're saying, this could be the game that Potter is
Yeah, sent to Azkaban.
Rather Bakad. Yeah, yeah. Right, so we've done that one. If we come on to Sunderland, right? Sunderland Brentford. Talk to me what you think
Sunderland
about that.
Brentford.
It's a toughie.
Yeah.
Toughie.
Yeah. It is a toughie. And what I'd say is like Brentford, they're not capitulating as much as I thought they would, given they've lost their manager and a lot of their players. Visser's on his way out, right? So I'm just wondering. Let the race for Mourinho begin from Nightmare. Yeah, absolutely. We're about to see Mourinho back in the Prem, aren't we? That's definitely happening.
Oh, I love it.
I can't wait. It's gonna be great. Mourinho Mark III. Brentford aren't as capitulating as much as I thought they would, and Sunderland are also looking decent. This is Sunderland at home. That's a tough fixture for Brentford. So I'm thinking maybe from my perspective, like I don't have any skin in the game here. I've got neither of these assets in my team. But this does feel like maybe a 1-1 or a 2-2. What do you think?
I think this is the hardest one to call the weekend, actually.
Yeah.
I was a big advocate pre-season of Brentford actually doing half decent, and the majority, and especially Kieran, hopefully still in the chat, he was like, nah, they're getting relegated. And when we done the pod the other day, he actually seen a little bit of sense into it. It doesn't happen often. Usually Kieran's the one with the better views. But yeah, I think they've got enough leaders on the pitch that even if the manager isn't that good, they can pull up that slack. And a lot of the defenders were out last season. So I think they'll be fine. And I think Visser, he was in the squad last week, actually. So I don't know if he's accepted that he's not going to go unless Newcastle come in with a huge bid. I think I'm inclined to think he'll stay. Yeah, and Utara looks really good.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he?
Damsgaard. Damsgaard.
What a player. Yeah, what a player.
He's the new big dog there. So I think they've covered enough for the gaps, really. And I think they'll be fine. Listen, I don't think they're going to be pushing for a European spot, but I think they'll be comfortable.
Yeah, 10th seems
12th,
right to me. Yeah. They're the 10th at the moment. They'll probably stay there, right, all season,
Yeah, but going back to this one, this is hard to call. So if we delve into this, so we go Sunderland again. Home.
I fancy Sunderland. I fancy Sunderland for this. Yeah.
What are you thinking?
I think I'm going to go, just having thought about it, like Sunderland's not an easy place to go to. Very passionate fans. And I would say maybe like 2-1 Sunderland might be the move here.
2-1.
It could also be an absolute banger, couldn't it? Like this is one of those classic Premier League, long ball games. So we could see maybe like a 2-2, maybe a 3-2, maybe 3. You know what? I'm going to go 3-2 Sunderland for this.
Ooh,
yeah.
I mean, that's
I'm
not
going
bad.
a 5-game thriller, a 5-goal thriller.
Brentford did concede a lot of shots the other day. I think they'll do a job though. I think this might be a game where we look at Sunderland and we be like, well, actually, maybe we went a little bit too quick on that, and Sunderland might be going down for the chop. But attack rating goals wise, what do you think then? You're quite buoyant. I'm kind of inclined to think you want to go like about the mid-1 mark.
Yeah, sure. Just about there for sure. Yeah, maybe. For me, I think more like 2. But let's go. If you do 1,
let's go in the middle
1.7. Yeah, let's do 1.7. Yeah.
Oh, look at Bam straight on. Defense against, goals against. I think Brentford will score. I think they will. I was thinking not far off that. Oh, 1.3? Should we leave it there?
I think that sounds good. Yeah, 1.3.
Look at that. So 1.7 for Sunderland and Brentford 1.3. So again, look, that's changed from like a kind of an orange fixture to a green. Again, I would still say, stave off a little bit.
Yeah.
1.3, so bring that down, and then 1.7 against. I actually think it will be. It's difficult. Will they score? I think it'll probably be like a 1-1.
Yeah.
I think it'll be
maybe a 1-1. It feels like a 1-1 or maybe a 2-2. Yeah, we'll see.
We've not really seen many Desmonds. I like it. Right, Palace, we've done. Burnley, here we go. Let's talk about
the big one. Oh,
United.
Lord. Where do we start? How long do we have? You know what I mean?
I don't think we've got long enough, Al. If you watch Elite FPL, Jason done like a big rant the other day, and he went on for quite a while. But it was entertaining, first of all, and it was insightful. Now, my take on it, Alf, is I think there is big issues at the club. Not only at the club, but the manager. We've seen managers to be a good manager in the Prem, you have to adapt. Amorim has one system, and that's what he plays. That's the same as Ange. Look what Ange did last season. He had one system, and that's what he played, and he gone. You have to adapt. I looked at the squad against Grimsby. Did you see the squad against Grimsby?
I did.
And I tell you what, if someone's not seen it, go and have a look at the squad. That is a full strength squad against Grimsby. So, and I was on a space last night, Alf, and people were quite buoyant still on Man United. They're about bringing in like, oh, I want Cunha and I might want Mbeumo as well.
Bruno,
and I'm like, are you watching football? I can't. Why would I want to bring them in?
Yeah, and you know what? There are two things I'm going to say, right? So it's the power of three, right? When you think about a club and the way they're performing, you know, is there a problem with the manager? Is there a problem with the squad? Is there a problem with the club? Right? And Man United have three of those problems at this particular moment, right? Things are not good. And by the way, I ate up all the YouTube content on this yesterday. I ate it up like oatmeal. I was loving it. I put honey on it and just like had a bath in it, right? It was incredible. And what I'm going to say is, like, it feels like last season they always performed against sort of the top 6 teams, right? Like they would get a draw or they would win. And it would be these sorts of fixtures where they really struggled. So and I was actually quite bullish on Cunha at the beginning of the week, but now I'm thinking like, what am I thinking? Like these guys are no-goes, like avoids 100% at this point, because the manager has basically said he wants to quit. He said that after the Grimsby game.
That press conference.
I know who's backed yesterday by Ineos, but
that's the dreaded backing, isn't it?
Yeah, the dreading backing. Yeah.
That's not a good thing.
He wants to go. He's done. He's got a leg out. He's got a leg out the club. And I think this could be a bloodbath. This could be a historic Saturday for Man United.
Do you know what? I think you're right. And if again, I kept a really close eye on the cup midweek. And again, if you go and look at the Burnley squad, they effectively changed the whole 11. So, you know, a Burnley
squad, all rested. They're all rested.
They've all rested, mate.
Scotty Parker's he's decent nowadays, you know, like, and he's very, very, very astute. And I think he's going to be looking at the Burnley players be looking at that game, rubbing their hands, saying, "This is it, boys. Man United. Let's make history. Let's sack this guy."
Yeah, let's sack manager. And I think they were. You know, they're quite aggressive. United didn't win many duels the other day against Grimsby. So why do you think you're going to win that against an astute Burnley in the middle of the park? I know it's at home, but there's more pressure. Once you start losing a few little balls and stuff, the crowd are going to turn like that. And if you lose an early goal, it could get even worse. So I think this will be a really close game. And I know, like, we always follow the plan. We always plan ahead, but you have to adapt and change. So I know a lot of people wanted to captain Cunha, whatever. I was thinking about getting 2 Man United players.
Same.
I've changed that now. You have to adapt.
I've got Dorgu. So that's enough for me. That's enough. I've got skin in the game that I'm happy with that. You know.
You think he keeps it clean though?
No, he won't. He won't. But what I'm saying is, like, I'm not investing any more into Man United. I've already got Dorgu, so let's just go with that. But also, like, the Mainu narrative that's happening at the moment is wild. So, like, he wants to leave. He's said, "Can I go on loan?"
I've seen that. Yeah.
Will Mainu play again? You know, next to Bruno in midfield, and it just feels like Amorim's on his last legs. He's trying to play the system that doesn't work. If he plays Mainu and Bruno, he's giving in. He's giving into his system. So there's just so many issues, and the midfield's so rubbish. Like, it just feels like, to me, this is going to be a big day for Burnley.
Yeah. So anyway, we'll go into the fixture. So I mean, they've got United as 5-star attack. All right, again, it's over those fixtures, but still,
on paper, it's definitely a 5-star attack. Yeah, definitely, right. But you know, context is key, and that's why we do this, right? So what do you say? What are you thinking? What are you thinking? Yeah, let's get where do you start with this? Is this a 3-0? No, it's not 3-0 Burnley, is it? Is it a 3-2?
No, but they score. They do score. I think they do score, and I think they score 1 or 2 at least. I think they might even score 2. So
who gets those goals, in your opinion?
Jadon Anthony. He's been looking pretty good.
Oh, you're saying Burnley score? Sorry, I thought you were saying United score. Yeah,
Sorry,
I
yeah.
agree.
I mean, well, we can go into that attack first.
Yeah,
United,
let's do Burnley
score,
first. Let's do Burnley first. Yeah.
I'm not sure. I mean, you would think so. United and Burnley. All right, maybe we're overrating them. Not the best, but I think they're going to put in a good performance. I'm kind of thinking like a 1.5, 1.4, something like that. What do you think? A bit higher?
Yeah. I think just where you got it there, 1.7. Let's go with that.
1.7, yeah. So they're still, they're still at home, still a good team at home. They played well against Arsenal, but there's so much pressure on them now. They're going to be. It's good to see who the leaders are now. Do you know what I mean? To say, look, I want the ball. Give me the ball now, and make something happen. In defence, oh, here we go. This is a big one. I mean, Man United's defence is still half decent.
They are decent.
It's not the best, but you know they could try and grind out
the goalkeeper's a big problem though. The goalkeeper's a big problem.
And both
Burnley will capitalize on that as well, right? Like they're going to be thinking about that. So like, is the defense actually good? When you think, you know, if you get Donnarumma in there, the defense is great, but they don't have, and it's a massive part of the defense. So,
and who's he going to play? Like, it's choose your poison. You know, the Turkish keeper or Onana.
Yeah.
I think maybe Alf. I think if you want to get a game, mate, he'll probably put you in instead.
I could do it. I used to be a goalkeeper, you know. I used to be a DK in my younger days.
They might call you this morning. So goals against. I'm thinking up there as well. I'm thinking kind of like a.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think that's right.
1-7, 1-7. So if we have a look straight away, look. I mean, that's.
Do you know what I'm thinking? You know, do you know what's in my heart here? 3-2 Burnley.
Oh, 3-2.
I think 3-2 Burnley. Yeah, or maybe 3-1 Burnley. That's what I'm thinking at this point.
That's not a bad shout because
I just got a feeling, you know.
I like it. What we'll do after this, we'll put the predictions and we'll push them out and see how we got on and see how much value the FDR decoder has. But it's got a lot of value. And straight away, look, Burnley, all right, it's a light green fixture, but it's not as light as it was. So, you know, people should be thinking, do I need to make that transfer to Mbeumo or Cunha or Fernandes? You know,
I was bullish, yeah. And I'm just thinking to myself, this isn't I want to almost stay away from this game, you know. At this point.
Exactly. I mean, if I had a Burnley defender like Steve, I'd probably play him. I'd probably risk it and play him.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll have a look at that. And then Burnley, look, 3.5 stars attack and 2 defense. So not as bad as what we once thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why we do this. That's why we do this, Shane.
City, Brighton. I'll let you. I don't want to hear your thoughts on this, Alf, because I'm quite polarized on this.
I mean, firstly, I want Erling Haaland for this fixture. I mean, I think we're going to be looking at teams in a bit, but
yes,
Erling Haaland for me is the guy for this game. Like, if you got him, you cap him. That feels right to me. I don't think Brighton are playing as well as they'd like, and I'm not sure about Hertzler, you know, as a manager. Yeah, I'm not totally sold on him. He's very young, obviously, so I got mass respect for him. But I think that Man City cruise this game, and I think Erling Haaland gets a couple of goals in this game. And I actually looked at a -4 yesterday to bring Erling Haaland into my team. I got the points to spend, so it's a possibility that I do something. We'll chat. I'm going live tonight, so like I will get into that a little bit more later on this evening. But yeah, this for me, I don't know where you're at with it, but this feels like perhaps like a 3-1 City, maybe even a 3-0 City.
Do you know what I was? Alf, this is why we do this. I was thinking exactly the same. And if you go back and look at the records, Brighton have been not so much a bogey team like Spurs, but City have found it difficult. They've been beaten a few times at Brighton, but that's an older team. It's an older iteration of a team. And the other day, even though they should have beat Everton, defensively they were a bit disjointed. They were a bit unorganised, and I think it's going to be a bit of a batter. And I think the -4 to bring Haaland in, I think you should. Who have you got up there just now?
I've got Wood and João Pedro already.
Oh. Are you going to play 3 up top though?
I could do Saka and Palmer out, and then upgrade Mark Guiu to Haaland.
Yeah, I mean, and then
do Anderson and Semenyo or something like that.
Haaland. Listen, we know Haaland starts seasons with a bit of a blast, and though I like to captain midfielders as much as I can because it's just extra points and bonus points, I can't look past Haaland.
I'd go Haaland over Salah at this point for this game week. Yeah. And then I think Haaland and Chris Wood are perfect. Haaland, Chris Wood for me are the two.
Definitely, I think a -4 to bring him in because you're going to be very worried. And Brighton, yeah, I think there's a few problems going on. Like you saying, Hurtzler, he needs to pick that up a bit. But if we look at the fixture, they've got that as a light red Brighton, which I don't think is the case. All right, City the other day, their balance wasn't very good, but I think this is the kind of game that they could concede one or maybe two, but it doesn't matter. Score 4 or 5. So if we click into the Man City, I'm thinking up here, mate. I'm thinking over 3.
Yeah, I think that sounds about right.
And then against, I think they'll be a little bit better. What do you think against 1.3?
1.3. Yeah, I think that feels right.
Yeah, I'll go with a bit of that. Yeah, I'll go with that. I think there's a big chance to keep a clean sheet. So 3 and 0.3, and then straight away, look, where have they gone? It's still red, but they've gone 5-star attack and 3 defense. So if we go 3 against, but if we update this one, and then 1.3 to score, and then I'm sure that'll change. Yeah, so it's gone to like a light red. So still like a bit of caution because we've got a good record and it's hard to go down there, but I think City are going to have too much. I think this could be the game where they start to click and people think, do you know what? I need some City in my life.
City asset, yeah. I've already got Reinders, but I really do, and I think their fixtures get ridiculous around game week 12. I think it is, and
yeah. I mean, even this run
getting
here.
Haaland in now, I mean, Palmer and Saka are just expensive assets at this point. I think if you're able to do Saka, Palmer out, and get Haaland in somehow, I think that just feels right to me.
And I would say, there's not that many. I think captaincy this week as well is quite divided as well, but I feel safe. I feel nice and warm with Haaland in there. Do you know what I mean?
Yep. 100%.
Right, what have we got left? Fulham Chelsea. We'll do Fulham Chelsea. So at the moment, let's go back up to Chelsea. That's probably a little bit easier.
Nice game, this early kickoff, right? So you're gonna have a lot of
early kickoff.
Yeah, you don't back the early kickoff. So there will be some João Pedro captainers, but I think there are better options out there for you. Having said that, this feels like Chelsea could have a nice day out. They're very informed. They're a good team, although Fulham are extremely good defensively. So there is something to be said there. This is going to be a good game. And it's also obviously the West London derby. I was thinking about going out and chatting to some fans after the game, actually, doing some content because I'm not far.
Like it.
But I feel like this could be a nice day out for João Pedro. Palmer doesn't start, apparently, at this point. We'll probably learn more later after the press conferences. But
you know what, Alf? I've got Palmer free hit this week anyway, but even if I hadn't, he was coming out. Like, until he starts firing, I'm not bothered. And even if he hits, like, say, 2 goals, all right, okay, because the chances are he's not going to. You got Esteval in there now, who's looking really good off the bench. He does look good.
18 years old. Just life in the Prem.
They've got Garnacho in there. They've added some more players.
Garnacho for 40 mil, by the way, is so funny. Like, it doesn't get any worse for Man United, does it? It's just it's like,
what's his name from Liverpool? What's his name from Liverpool? Went for more. Their centre back.
Yeah, and Nkunku went to was it Bayern for 50?
Yeah, mad.
It's crazy. So, like, what's happening with how did Chelsea do it?
I don't know. Yeah, but why are United allowing it? They need money, and they're letting Garnacho go for 40 mil. I mean, I don't think
they're stuck in a hard place. Chelsea would just be playing at hardball, right? Just saying, well, we're not interested if you don't want to go with this.
And he's in that team, and he's in the bomb squad. So
he's in the bomb squad. He's got to go. They need the money. Yeah, it's very tricky times for me.
At the moment, they've got 5 stars attack and 4.5 defense. I'm probably inclined to say that. Attack score, I'm kind of thinking up here, Alf. I'm thinking like a 2.80.
I love it.
2.70.
Yeah.
And then goals against
goals in this for Chelsea, around 3 goals, I'd say.
It's a London derby, so they'll give up chances, but I think there's a big chance they do keep it clean. I just think Fulham, at times, I look at Chelsea defence, I think, do you know what? They're a little bit still susceptible to some counters. I think this is a game where like Harry Wilson scores or something. Do you know what I mean?
I do. Sorry, I'm just looking at that attack rating, and I think that might just want to come down a little bit. Fulham are decent. I think we need to put some respect on Fulham's name a little bit here. I reckon maybe more like just do maybe 2.3 because they are decent defensively.
No, that's a good point, and it's like you say, it's a London derby as well, so they're not exactly going to be going full attack.
This looks
goes
good.
Against
this looks
1.1.
Yeah. I think that's
2.3.
Would you agree though? Would you? This doesn't feel like Chelsea will do 3 against Fulham. What do you think?
No, you're right. I think with that 5-1 against West Ham, usually those games are close.
Yeah.
You didn't think it'd be that far away. So no, I think you're right. So what's that? 2.3 and 1.1. 1.1 and then 2.3, and then we'll have a little look at that. And I'm pretty sure, yep, that's gone into a little bit more lighter green, but it stayed the same actually. Attack 5 and 3.5 for defense. I had a defender. I'd probably this is something like Cucurella. You know what I mean? Could get something up from a corner or something.
Yeah, what player?
He's or maybe great. Even a goal.
I need him. I need Cucurella in my team like ASAP.
Yeah, I like his hair. Big fan of his hair.
I love his hair. I love his vibe. He's like playing as an attacker. It's crazy. Yeah, he's lovely. He's a lovely player.
He's a good egg. Right, what have we got left to do? I'm pretty sure we've got the big one left to do. Have we missed any? Let's just double check if we missed.
Oh, the big one. What a game this is going to be.
Spurs. I think we're onto it, mate. I think we're onto it.
Where do we start?
Well, where do we start?
Where do we start on this one, Shane? Do we do a prayer? Do we do a prayer first?
A prayer for Salah.
Dear Lord.
Well, I mean, at the moment, they've got 5-star for both Arsenal attack and defence. I'd say I don't think that's far off. And in Liverpool, they've got 5-star attack and 0.5-star defence. Now, that sounds savage, but Liverpool have conceded, 4 goals in 2 games?
Yeah.
And at right back, unless Bradley's fit, Szoboszlai is very limited. He's not.
He had a good game though. He had a good game against Newcastle. I thought
he did have a half decent game.
He was man of the match for me.
He was good. He did slot in there, but But I think.
Love that.
I tell you what, if Saka was fit, I think Liverpool would be in trouble because Eze would start on the left and Szoboszlai would be turning round and probably getting his ankles broke.
Well, Madueke is going to be starting, I hear.
Even Madueke, I think,
right. He's sure on the right, and Eze, I'm suspecting, will be on the left. Oh wait, Odegaard might be out, right? We haven't got any updates on injuries and stuff yet, but
no, they'll come on.
Eze could play 10. He could also play on the left. Yeah. So
at the moment they've got Arsenal 3 to score and 0.4 against. That sounds savage, but I think they're just going off the form book.
Yeah, that doesn't feel right to me, does it?
No, it's a big game, and
Arsenal
it's
scoring 3 goals at Anfield. That is mad, right?
Let's bring that down a little bit.
Yeah, let's bring that down. I mean, I'm an Arsenal fan. I'd love us to score 3 goals, but I don't see that happening.
I was thinking about here like a 1.5 to 2, something in the middle, something like that.
Yeah,
I think it's still a bit high.
Do you know what as well, Shane? Like Liverpool don't look great defensively at all, do they? Like Konate's, what's going on with him?
Oh,
they got Van Dijk. Van Dijk's not had a good start to the season either. Like from an eye test standpoint, not been great.
Yeah,
Frimpong's out. So like,
Bradley's coming back from fitness. Gravenberch the other night, even though he did do well after work, took him a wee while to get.
He's only just coming back, isn't he?
Yeah.
So I think that maybe Arsenal could score 2. They could score 1. They're definitely scoring a goal. Would you agree with that?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Arsenal scoring a goal. Yeah.
So I think that seems about right. 1.17?
Yeah, that seems about right to me.
Goals against. Listen, let me just break this down a bit. If anybody watched Salah,
let's be real.
Yeah, Arsenal best defense in the league. They're away at Anfield, right? They're not going to give many chances up. Liverpool got really good attack, yeah, granted. But if you watch the last 2 games, I don't know if you watched them, Alf. I watched all of Liverpool's last 2 games, and let me tell you, Salah did zilch for the whole game. And I know.
Here we go. Here we go. Here's the Salah. Here's the Salah. I'm going to let him cook.
And I know he's Salah. I love him as a player. He's fantastic, right? But that is the old Salah. The Liverpool squad has changed. He's not the main man anymore. They've scored, how many goals have they scored? 7, so 14 returns, and he's got 2 of which he's very, very fortunate to have, both in the last kick of the game. So if you're thinking about Captain Salah, please do it. Please do it, because then you'll realise.
Let me dissect this a little bit. So what? But you're saying, with respect to Salah, you're saying that he's done. He's done.
No, he's not done. He's not done.
Because at some point in the season, he's going to score 3 goals and get 2 assists in a game. Like that's going to happen at some point. Now, he's a big game player as well. So I don't mind him as a captaincy shout this week. I know that you're quite bullish on saying, yeah, do it, but like, you know, do you have the magic, Shane, to predict Salah not to? You know what I mean? He's just an absolute Prem legend,
No,
FPL legend.
yeah,
He
I love
really
him.
could just pull
I
out the
love him.
bag.
And I'm actually glad that he scored in the first game week for obviously Jota and stuff like that. I'm actually glad, but my eyes do not to deceive me, and
Yeah,
he's had nothing. And then you're going against the best defense, you know, that are coming to visit you, so you're not going to get many opportunities. And just, do you know what? We've lowered the
he's on
bar.
pens. He's on pens as well, though. Bear
Yeah,
that in mind. You know,
but why have we
there's
lowered the
something to be
bar? This
said.
is what I don't get. So, see if he's a mid defender, if he's around an 8-9 midfielder, and he got 5 points last week, people are like, "Oh yeah, it was all right," but I'm looking at maybe moving him on. We're giving him a free pass because he is the FPL king. He is. He's a legend, but people have to realize he's not the Salah of old. And 14.5 mil, the most expensive player in the game.
People have been saying this for years. People have been saying this. They say it every year, though.
But now the Liverpool's, you know what I mean? The squad they've got now, the goals will be shared around. And remember last season, it was like, oh, if he doesn't get double digits, I might have to move him on. And now we've just lowered the bar. He got 5 points the other day, Alf, for 14.5 mil. Do you know what I mean? I think people are papering, if you will, over it. I mean, he'll probably, you could probably clip this because he's probably going to come back and bang a hat trick or something.
Clip it.
I don't think so. I'm going to say it now. Salah will blank against Arsenal.
Oh, okay. I love it.
May the FPL gods
I'm an Arsenal fan, and
down.
I'm saying he's definitely getting a goal contribution on Sunday. Yeah, just has to.
He'll probably get
it's
three.
just written in the stars.
I
know this man. I know this man.
Yeah, I know this fans out. So 1.7 to score and 0.4 against. Do you think it is Anfield? Do you think we should go up a bit?
Yeah.
Like a 1 point. I'm thinking a 1-2er.
Yeah, that sounds right to me.
So 1-7 and then 1-2 against. So
let me just ask you this then, whilst we're doing this. What's your actual prediction for this game?
I really, really want to go with. Like a 1-0 Arsenal. Wow. Yeah, I know it's Anfield.
So good.
I know.
I respect it. It would help. That'd be great for me. I have Gabriel, so like.
See, do you know what?
What are you doing about your free hit then for this game? Tell me about what you're doing for your free hit.
I think for a free hit, I do want to go a little bit different, but I did have Gabriel in it at one point because this is the kind of game that if we look back and we go, "Oh, it was really close," you know,
he's getting
Gabriel
a goal
from
a
header, from a header.
This is like a Gabriel header, isn't it?
100%. And Liverpool don't really look that good from corners, you know, defensively. Dealing with crosses are not the best. Kanate, I don't think he jumps. He doesn't even jump that high. So,
are you avoiding Liverpool players? Are you avoiding Liverpool players for this free hit?
I've got no Liverpool players. Not even a thought.
Wow, man,
not even a
wild.
Thought.
That is wild.
Because
you're not tempted by Ekitike?
Yeah, no. Do you know what? In a week, I've had Gakpo. He's done well for me. But I think in a week where you've got Chris Wood against West Ham, you've got Haaland against Brighton, you've got Pedro against Fulham. I don't think we can fit him in. I think there's a high chance he scores. Ekitiki's class. I think we're underrating him as a striker, and I think he'll be in the template moving forward. Him and Haaland is a template, I think, or like a Wood or a Pedro or something. But right, Liverpool 1.2 score and 1.7 defense against. So yeah, I mean straight away you're going attack is going down in stars a little bit for Arsenal. It's tempered the expectations there, you know, and it's gone into a lighter red. I think I'm happy with that. How would you feel about that?
I think that's good. I think that seems about right to me. I mean, again, it's very difficult to predict this stuff with it being the Premier League, and which is why we love this game and why we love the Prem, because it's just, you know, it's unpredictable entertainment, right? But I think these are smart, you know, decisions that we've made, and I think it makes sense. I think the numbers here have been tweaked, and this feels like we've considered the context.
And it's maybe good, actually, thinking there, Alpha. It's a good point that maybe we just have a game week in isolation, but it's also good for looking ahead, because if one game week, say you want a wild card, but this one game week, it seems a really, really tough fixture for a lot of players we want to bring in. If you actually look at it and we decode it on here, your second thought might be, do you know what? Actually, those fixtures aren't that bad. For instance, Gabriel. And this is something I think moving forward, the big defenders with defensive contributions, stuff like that, you're essentially getting a free hit in a tough game. You know, Gabriel, he's probably going to get defensive contributions away to Anfield, isn't he? So if he gets a clean sheet and maybe any attacking return, he's going to get a monster score. So I think that's something that we need to consider moving forward, mate.
Yeah, I hear that.
Right,
should we
now,
see some teams then? Should we see some teams?
Talk about the teams, yeah? Let's talk about the teams.
The teams.
Right, look at that. Look at that graphic,
thumbnail, yeah? I feel like I look like James Corden. I'm devastated about it. Adding a tie.
I don't think you look that bad, mate. I don't think you look that
bad.
Good
man. Yeah, thank you for that. Validate.
Right.
Validate
okay,
me.
well, it's mine first. It's mine first. Now, I am on a free hit, so I want to temper this a little bit. There will still be a few changes. In a few areas, I'm still undecided.
You've thought about this team. You've thought about it. I love it. Look at this team.
Long
banging.
75%. So the people listening on pod, we've got Vicario and Pedro Porro double up, Milinkovic and Livramento. That's a naughty backline. Then in the mid, you've got Reinders, Elanga, Gibbs-White, and Sarr. And then up top, you've got Haaland captain, Yao Pedro, and Chris Wood. Very, very sexy. And then on the bench, you've got Pickford. I'm wrestling with bringing because he could get a double. He could get a double digit. Then I've got
play Cucurella over Livramento, right?
But then again, more on the bench, I've got Tarkowski. I think he could get Wolves. They're not very good at crosses. He could get a return, and then Anthony for the Bants factor against United. I hope he does get something on my bench. I'm not going to play him, but I hope he does.
Yeah.
Talk to me about the team.
The game on that. I think it's a good team, and it kind of makes me want to play a free hit as well. If I'm being honest, I like it. You've definitely, for me, I would just perhaps do like Cucurella over Livramento. But everything else seems to make sense for me. You got double up on Spurs defense. You got Reinders. You could put, how much money have you got left in the bank here?
I think I've got about 0.5.
You could maybe do Reinders out to someone who's a bit more of a ceiling.
I've got 0.3. The reason behind Reinders is he's very attacking. I just think he's going to be afforded a little bit of space against Brighton, and he is good. He is looking.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. I think that's the right. He's the right guy, isn't he? I don't think he's a problem at all. I'm just thinking about how you could perhaps like just try and get a few more. But he's also, he's very attacking, as you say, and he's had a really good start to the season. So I think that makes sense.
And that's what I want to do this season with the way the game's changed is attack each game week really, really aggressively. I think the few that I'm thinking of changing is I might change Vicario for Pickford because Pickford could get like another double-digit man in the match.
Yeah. That's probably a good shout. Yeah, it gives you some skin in the game for Everton.
Sarr did play a lot midweek as well. I think he played the whole game. And Villa at home, they're still fairly strong. So I don't know. He does get in great positions, though. That's the thing. He does get in great. And with Eze gone, he's going to be the main guy. So he could go. But apart from those two, maybe Livramento.
It's incredible, and we've talked about it already, and it makes total sense. But it is incredible that we're not thinking about. Imagine 10 years ago, I was saying Man United against Burnley. You're doing a free hit, and there's no Man United players. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's wild to me to think about. It's Man United and they're playing Burnley at home and you've got no Man United players.
And I did. Because people think I hate United. I'm not keen on them, with everything going around the club. But I had a double up. I had Bruno and Cunha, I think.
I just want to say, like, thoughts and prayers to all the Man United supporters and fans. You know what I mean? If anyone's listening, I hope you're all right. You know what I mean? Like have a good weekend. Yeah, check on the Man United fans out there. Yeah. Reach out to a Man United fan. We should start a campaign. Reach out to a Man United fan.
If this was your exact team, I'd bench boost. Yeah, that'd be a naughty bench boost side.
Yeah, totally.
No, but I'm pretty happy with it. Like I'm saying, I'll probably tweak it one or two players up till deadline. But I don't like taking out my initial thoughts. I am going to review a little bit off this morning, a little bit head to head, and then of course I always listen to the team news because that does have a difference. But nightmares before we go into your team, Alf. I think you should get a Man United playing for Sarr. If all they were poor in the week feels like an unnecessary gamble. Yeah. I mean that's not a budget. Acuna. I mean Burnley still aren't the best. You would still think United score.
And this is just the debate of the week, isn't it? It's like, do you get a Man United player or not? You know what I mean? And it is such a fine line here. Could Cunha get 2 goals against Burnley? Of course he could. Could Mbomo, is Mbomo on pens now? He's probably not on pens now. Let's be real. But like, could he get a couple of assists? Like, these are things. It's gonna be such a swingy week in that regard. A lot of players have Bruno as well, so you might want to. You may just want to get a bit of. You know what the safe move is, Shane? The safe move is to probably get in a Man United asset in midfield.
And that's why I don't think I'm going to do it.
Yeah. But like, protect your rank a little bit might just be the move here. But as you say, if you want to be aggressive, then
hold on. I mean, we're in different circles just now. You say protect my rank. I'm about 6 mil, so there's not much to protect, Alf, to be fair.
It could get way worse.
And I think a lot of people are like that.
Yeah. What I'm saying is, like, if Man United have a good day out and a lot of the managers out there have a Cunha or an Mbomo or a Bruno, then that's trouble.
How many coffees did you have before the stream, Alf? You said a good day out.
I know, that's what I'm saying. So, like, again, it's so hard to predict. Man United, there's narrative both ways, isn't there? It's like they have to perform against Burnley, but at the same time, it's like, are they going to perform against Burnley? It's so difficult to.
I think it's the ceiling.
How this game's going to go? Yeah.
Yeah, for me, I'm looking at the ceiling. So yeah, I mean, Sarr might come out because that might be a tough game. Villa might be half decent, and the goals are a little bit shared at Palace. So Sarr is probably the biggest one on the chopping block. So it's who do I get in for there? I'd have another Forest player if I could, but I can't. Right, now onto your team, Alf. So if you want to tell the people on the pod what you've got.
So the big news here is that I've not used a transfer yet, and I've not used a chip. So I'm at 1.1 mil, so things are going pretty well.
Oh, nice.
Very nice. And I do think at this point it is about protecting. You're going to hate me for saying this, but it's about protecting rank a little bit from my perspective at this stage in the game, because we're going to start seeing a lot more managers like quit the game, and I want to take advantage of that and get my rank up and just play it a bit cool. That's my thinking. Obviously,
you are
Sanchez
a cool cat. You are.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that, mate. Sanchez in goal. I think that makes sense. Nothing really to talk about there. Obviously going Sanchez over Dubravka. We got Dorgu, so I do have some skin in the game around that Man United defense. Will he start? That's another thing. I think he probably will, but there is some question marks around that. Aina is all good. Van der Ven all good. Kudush all good. I got my cap on Salah at the moment. I think it's going to change to Chris Wood, if I'm being totally honest.
Wow. Yeah.
And then when we think about transfer plans, the big two, I got a cool original Dorito there and a flaming hot Dorito there. So I'm thinking I could just roll, right? And I'd get Gabriel in and I'd get Anderson in. I don't mind that. 5 at the back, DEFCON points and all that. Alternatively, I could go rogue and do Palmer, Saka out and then upgrade Mark Guiu up to Haaland. That is my like wild card move. And then if not, I might just use one free transfer and do Saka out for a Semenyo. It could be a Gakpo. It could be a Man United player, but again, I haven't quite made that decision.
Are you looking to wildcard after the break or shortly? Or no, you're just going for like the longish?
I think I'm going for the long. Yeah, I don't need to. If I just save up transfers, I can do a mini wildcard around game week 5, game week 6. So my plan is to do that. I would like that, but at the same time, do I need to capitalize on Haaland against Brighton? Do I need to bring someone in over Saka and Palmer, who obviously aren't going to be playing this game week? These are sorts of things that I need to try and figure out over the next 24 hours. All in all, I'm happy. I've got a good rank. I'm just going to play it cool. That's my thinking. I got 2 free transfers.
I think that's a really good team, and you've not like having to make any transfers to get that in. I would personally, I think I'd play Gabriel over Dorgu. I think, or even have a 4 at the back in Palmer, because even if Palmer plays, there's nothing that I've seen from it. I thought, do you know what? Yeah, he's going to smash it, and you've got like the defensive contribution and stuff like that.
So what would you do if you were me? If you think about what I just said about what I'm thinking transfer wise, what would you do with this team? You'd get Haaland in, wouldn't you?
Do you know what? I think so. Yeah, I think so, because Saka's not going to play, so you're going to lose value on him. I think Palmer, does he play? I think
Palmer does. Let's just have a quick look. Let's find a little update for everyone, shall we?
A lot of money to sit on the bench, and we keep giving him chances. He's done nothing. He's 10.5 mil. And this is how last season ended. Him doing nothing. So until I see something, I think they're both a lot of money to have.
Cole Palmer is currently a major doubt for Chelsea's next match due to groin injury aggravated during the warm-up against West Ham, but current scan results suggest the injury is not severe. He's not playing. He's not playing game week 3.
He's not playing. No, he'll get the break. He probably won't
get
go
the break.
England,
yeah,
and then he'll be back. I would.
So Saka and Palmer are not going to be featuring in game week 3, and that, as you say, that's mad to think that I'm going to have them on my bench.
I think Saka's definitely a come out because I don't even think he'll. I think it might be a little bit more severe than people are realizing. They're not going to rush him back anyway, so I don't think he even makes game week 5. I think
I'm also thinking there are just better assets from a value standpoint than Saka and Palmer at this point to move on. So but I get Haaland in, and I get Ndoye and Semenyo in.
Morgan Gibbs-White,
Morgan Gibbs-White, Anderson. I like Caicedo. Declan Rice. These are midfielders I'm thinking about. But
does that give you enough money? So if you take Saka out, can you upgrade Mark Gwe to Haaland in that one move?
No, I need to do both Palmer and Saka out. It needs to be a -4.
I mean, it would give you a better bench, to be fair, because I can't see much. Gwe, Anderson, Gabriel I can, but he's going to come in for Saka anyway. So you could maybe set up for the time after the international break. You know what I mean? Look at the fixtures after the international break and kind of plan ahead, or look for the fixture swing. I'd have Haaland though. I mean, that's a fine team though. That's a really, really good team without even having to make any moves. But
I tried to go like future proof with it. I like to think I could set and forget this team for the season, which I think is actually quite realistic if you think about Saka and
I think Palmer. It's good, mate. I think it's good, but I think you have to use at least one free transfer. You know what I mean? Because over the international break, you'll drop even more with Saka and then probably Palmer because he probably won't play. So,
but then Saka comes back and the fixtures get good. So will I want him again? Like these are all things, So I've just I'm in 2 minds. I'm in 3 minds. I'm in 3 minds at this point. So I just got to try and
I like planning. I love planning. I like preseason stuff, but for this season, I think attacking. I'm aggressively attacking every game week, and that's why I've gone free hit. And what my plan is that a free hit, and then I'll have 3 free transfers, and I can either do a mini wild card or I can fully wild card and then set up for the long haul. We've got 3 weeks of data that can probably give us a little bit of an idea.
What about this though? Think about this for a second. If I just roll the transfer, leave Palmer, Saka, they're back for game week 4, and I get Gabriel and Anderson in for this game week. That isn't bad.
Yeah,
and then I have 3. Then I have 3 free transfers for game week 4. That's not bad, man.
Yeah, it's good, and I have toyed with it. And Ducky, how are you doing, Ducky? Thanks for joining us, mate.
Hey, Ducky, how you doing, mate?
He's on wildcard, so I'd love to see Ducky's team actually. Drop your team in the chat, Ducky, and see what's going on. But I think someone like Gabriel, he's going to be in your wildcard because after this game, you're going to want him. Do you know what I mean? They've got Leeds and Sunderland and Brentford coming up. So yeah, but for me, I wanted to give it an extra week because United. After this week, we might be like, oh, do you know what? United, they're still half decent at home. They beat Burnley 3-0. I want Cunha. But at the moment, I don't know who I want. I don't know if I want Cunha and Buemo, Fernandes. Do I want Dorgu? Do you know what I mean? There's still a lot of players that same with Spurs. Do I want to go for it and go for the double up after? So, and I need to make up a little bit of ground as well. And I think it's just a good free hit this week because people have set up teams. They've still got Cunha. They've still got Bruno. They might do well, but I don't think it's optimal for this week, mate.
I agree. I totally agree with you. And things are going to change over the next few game weeks with Man United as well. Like, I think Amarin's gone in the international break. So that just means the system will change. And then there's more uncertainty.
Do you think Mourinho comes in?
Better. Mourinho for Man United? No, man. They can't do that. Surely not.
Do you not reckon?
I think I could see Mourinho like doing a Nottingham Forest. You know what I mean? Like, they got a lot of money to spend.
Actually, yeah.
I don't think he'd go back to Man United.
Yeah, maybe not the way they treated him. Yeah. They might go West Ham.
So the West Ham, yeah. I mean, it's not a bad shout, right? But Mourinho needs a lot of money. He needs budget. He needs a war chest for him to be effective.
Yeah.
Do West Ham have a war chest? I don't think so. Nottingham Forest seem to have a war chest. They're constantly buying players. They're a bit like a mini Chelsea, aren't they, in a way? So, like, I think Mourinho and Nottingham Forest are actually a very good fit. But what I was going to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer,
he's been sacked as well, so he might get brought back.
Yeah, Ollie in for the interim. Ollie in for the Amarim. So what I'm thinking is, you know, is it just, there is a part of me that's just thinking I just roll it and get Anderson Gabriel in. But we'll see. I like the idea of collecting 5 transfers and then just sort of shouting about it on Twitter for a week. Oh, I've got 5 transfers. How many have you got? Do you know what I mean? Just sort of rile some people up a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I'll have 3 free transfers. So I could do my mini wildcard after the international break, and that would probably do me. So I need to decide if I'm going to pull the trigger or not. But
free transfers are power, Shane. Free transfers are power. They're real, true power in this dangerous world.
I've just seen Ducky's wildcard here, and it's not. We've got. It's probably about half the team that I've got.
No,
it's good. It's good. But I'll go. So at the back, he's got Raya, Petrovic, and Calafiore, Cucurella, Munoz, Livramento, Porro, Semenyo, King, Gakpo, Reinders, Kudos, and then Pedro, Haaland, and Wood. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's got about 7 or 8 mark that I do for wildcard. So it's a difficult one.
Very difficult.
I think, I'm set on free hit anyway. I've played it. So I can't go back. I can't change it.
He's done it. It's bloody done.
He's done it. And what else is done is the show off. So listen, thank you very much for coming on.
Mate, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I absolutely thoroughly enjoyed it. And anyone who's listening, make sure you like and subscribe to Double Pivot. Shane and Kieran, bloody good lads. And thank you for having me. I really appreciated it. Thank you, Shane.
No, it was great. Again, Alf, tell everyone where they can follow you. You've got a show tonight as well. What time's your show?
Yeah, show tonight, show tomorrow night. It's my Twitter handle's Alf_FPL, and my YouTube channel is called AlfPL. So ALFPL. I go live. I'm concentrating on shorts at the moment. I'm trying to do a lot more shorts. I'm having a ball.
You're lying down in a lot of your shorts.
I'm in bed. As I get into bed, I'm like, I'll just do a little short before I go to sleep, you know? So yeah.
No, listen. Thanks for joining us, Alf. And again, the decoder has brought massive value. We'll put our predictions into the weekend, and we'll see if we caused any upsets. Namely, Burnley United. United fans, don't worry. We'll check on you at the end of the week and make sure you're all right. But for now, everyone, thanks very much. Before you go, if you could like, subscribe, all that kind of good stuff, it really helps us. Have a great week, and hopefully have some green arrows. But for now, myself, Alf, see you later, mate.
Peace.